SourceFedNERD CommComm. Welcome.
Steve's not feeling great today, but that was
sentences together, one word at a time.
Yeah, he's doing his best.
My name.
Fantastic. I'm Meg Turdy.
Is Steve Zaragos.
I'm Rob Zeppert.
This is where we take your comments and we comment on them. Again, it's very meta. But before we get into the comments, we're going to look at some artwork you guys have submitted this week. Here it is.
Love, prison, and Phil on Table Talk. We've talked about prison and correctional facilities and all that fun stuff on Table Talk. It was me. It was Lee. It was Phil on prisons. I mean, I basically talked about how I just feel like the system's broken and how usually when you get put into there, it's not necessarily a correctional thing that happens. You kind of just come out resentful. And then some people pointed out in the comments, which we will go over.
Well, you got to give the criminals something to not look forward to.
It's not like a big reward when you go to prison.
Yeah.
Steve, you're going to jail. Yay!
What's the point of trying to correct someone who's already a murderer?
What?
Well, that's the whole, well, okay. But I feel like that's like, it happens a lot where people who don't have health care or things like that will be like, will commit petty crimes so they can be put in prison
Not
to
just
get health care.
Not just that, if you're homeless,
Yeah.
like sometimes prison could be a better deal, but I'm talking about the people that are victims of circumstance.
True.
Where it's like, oh, you were brought up knowing this is the way to do things, and then you get put in prison, and then it's not like they're like, hey, we're going to help you be a functional member of society. They're just like punishment. And,
So you're talking about like growing up in the hood?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was alluding to.
Nathan Huff has a really interesting point of view. He says he lives in Canada, and there's a huge push for restorative justice. It's where the offender sits down with the victims, and they discuss and show each side's view. It's already been introduced out east in some places and in First Nation crimes.
Ooh, it's the latest thing in crime.
Canada's always ahead of the game when it comes to treating people like people.
What are First Nation crimes?
It's like first world problems.
Man, that's a total First Nation crime.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Socksman111 says, in places like Norway and Sweden are places that give more of a treatment atmosphere. There are some YouTube videos that talk about it.
Well, that's like, photos came out of what it looked like to be in prison in Norway, and it was like really nice. They had like windows, like
Martha Stewart's prison.
Yeah, no, honestly, and then there was something, I remember a story, it's going to be
Stewart's
one of
prison.
one of those
sounds like a
countries.
place.
Yeah. Welcome to Martha Stewart's prison.
Yeah.
You'll take your shackles and decorate them nicely. Enjoy your sequin.
Curtains.
It's curtains.
No, but there was something about how, like, once the jailer forgot to lock the doors in one of those prisons, and the people came back, like, the next morning someone came, and they were all still in there. They were just, like, in the kitchen cooking breakfast, being like, hey, still in
Did
jail.
you say that J-Lo forgot to lock the door?
Yes, I did.
I hope
Damn
so.
you, J-Lo.
Always letting that horse out of that barn. We also talked about Valentine's Day a lot this week. Like, I think every Table Talk mentioned Valentine's Day.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it was maybe Valentine's Day week. It's a whole week. It's like
hotly
Halloween.
contested.
Valentine's Day week.
Yeah, Valentine's weekday. And Oscar Rules. Nope. Boy, you should change your name to Oscar Rules. Oscar Ruelas
Oh, Oscar Ruelas.
says, Ross, that's another thing. My worst on Valentine's was this year. I saw my crush going back to her ex and witnessing everything on a front row seat. Now, there's a few questions I have here to clarify. Did it happen on a front row seat? Were you in a movie theater? Or did you have a front row seat to the events? And if so, why was your face pressed up against her window?
I just
Seems
feel like this is
invasive.
one of those stories where 5 years down the line, she's going to be like a crazy bitch, and you're going to have dodged the bullet if she went back to her ex that is not so good to her.
Yeah, or
so.
she's just making a mistake and she'll normal out.
Yeah,
One
maybe.
of the two.
One of the two. But
Or
still, you're
maybe
better off.
She's a dumb bitch and she made a mistake. And you're a good person.
Thank you.
And you don't need that shit.
That's my I was thinking about you, my Stevie. Thinking
That's all
about
I'm
you.
saying, bro.
Superline51 says, my Valentine's Day was pretty bad this year. I cooked dinner and had candles, lit flowers, and all that. Lit flowers? No candles.
No way.
Candles lit
Don't
and
light the
flowers and all that.
Yeah.
Dude, I want lit
Wasn't that
flowers.
I brought you these.
Wait, that's what I want for Valentine's Day. I
Lit
want flowers
flowers.
on fire.
Yeah. It's
Cool!
like some Hunger Games flowers.
Yeah.
He says, apparently my girlfriend is allergic to most fragrances, so the candle really messed her up. Then she doesn't respond well to garlic, and of course I used that in the meal, so she couldn't eat it.
Oh,
I tried to pick a romantic movie that I would actually like, but somehow the movie reminded her of when her grandma had to get shock therapy and lost her memory. And the flowers I had gotten the day before, and they were already half wilted. I don't know why she's still dating me after that. Well, because you put in the effort.
Are you kidding me?
You
The
tried.
Cell is not a romantic movie.
See, I was trying to think of what I was like.
Return to Oz.
Eternal Sunshine. Like
Yeah.
I can't think of a romantic movie.
It might have been Eternal Sunshine.
That's
of the
not a
Spotless
romantic
Mind.
movie.
But it looks like it could be.
It
from
does.
The trailer.
It does. It does look like it could be.
No Cheap Thrill TV says, "OMG, the DeFranco crew is the best editors ever."
Yes,
And
we do.
Yes, we do.
Fucking props to Owen
Yes.
and DJ and Drew.
I don't know if this was the one where I told that really long story that Owen made bearable with music underneath, but that was our editor Owen's choice, and he saved me from being boring.
Oh.
Great job. I fucking hate these beanbags. So I did a new collectibles corner where I talk about Disney's Vinylmations, Ed 209, and the Spider Gremlin, which is probably one of the coolest toys ever. And we actually showed off your guys' toys again, which is a nice feature on the show, which I love very much.
I think
Use
it's,
guys'
Y'alls.
toys and stuff. And I love that you guys keep tweeting me things and really cool stuff. Like the other day, someone tweeted me a photo of a record, which is definitely a collectible. And
Yes.
Don't be afraid to send me really cool looking things that you consider a collectible that might be featured on the show. Hey, Black Nerd Comedy left a comment. He's a
Black
friend of ours.
Nerd, Andre.
And he says, I want that Spider Gremlin son, because I learned that he is just as much of a Gremlins fan as I am, if not more.
He might be the only person that I've ever met that could rival you in terms of like 90s cartoon or even 80s cartoon knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
He will out-Smurf you any day. Hands down.
I don't mind being out Smurfed.
Okay, he can probably maybe out-Scoob you too.
I'm
Little
okay with being
Scooby-Doo.
out Scoobed. I'm not a big fan of the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Okay, you're not a Great Apesman?
Nah, not really. Or a hung confuism.
Kick me?
What?
Hung Fu.
Try not to.
You're like, yeah,
God damn it, Meg.
get out. Just shove me out of the frame with you.
But I do like the kids.
Yeah, just slowly
moves
move
her
me
out
out.
of the
Yep. You would.
I'm trying to figure out a way to send these goddamn beanbags.
Desmond
For
and
Collectibles
Vlad.
Corner, if you guys want to send us some of those hand seats, I think you
Yes!
guys would do
Let's sit
way
in the hand
better
seats.
I
than
want an egg chair.
something different
They
than a
had those.
beanbag.
They had those when Elliot and I did the political conventions. They had the egg chairs in the lounges, and it was like if someone got up from an egg chair, you were like, "Get it!" And you would. It's like being in a womb, and you can just. It's dark.
It's
and
like your own
quiet. It's
own little
amazing.
room.
Really? Welcome back to CommComm. Today we're discussing scoliosis and bad
And
posture.
chairs.
I want to sit in those chairs that hang from the ceiling, so we can kind
Oh
of like,
yeah, sex swing.
so we can kind of.
Desmond Blood says, Steve, can you please do an anime-inspired collectibles corner special, please? I will make you
Yeah.
lots of yummy cookies.
Yeah, but we would have to have Jessica Negri on because I know she has like a ton of those like action figures, those like anime figures that are like crazy detailed and have like crazy giant breasts and are anatomical and scary.
Tiernan Bailey says, at the Disney parks, you can buy blank Vinylmation dolls that you can paint yourself. I love them.
Yes.
I love the idea of, there were these like little figures that my friends used to paint as kids.
Oh, probably
Like
Warhammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love on House of Cards, no spoilers, is that Kevin
yeah.
Space's character, Francis Underwood, likes to paint those things. I think
Yeah.
it's always
Really
been something
fun.
really cool.
I took a miniature painting class once. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I
The
feel like
one
I don't
thing
have a steady enough hand.
You need,
for the
you
details.
will if you use the magnifying thing because you just see like small movements.
Cravilli Man says, so glad Hobbs got some love on this episode. I got him as a 30th birthday gift, and he came inside a cardboard box that depicted the classic Calvin concepts like the transmogrifier, the duplicator, and time machine. I wept like an old man over his long dead wife. Wait, there was a Hobbs here?
Yeah.
I want
Wait,
Hobbs so
are you-
bad.
No,
I-
not here. There was it was
Oh.
featured in the show and tell part of the show.
I just-
and
yeah.
it's really cool looking.
I didn't even realize this. Like I just had a moment right here, right now. I was like, I need that Hobbs.
Right.
I
I don't
know.
even know what it was. I didn't know that they made it Calvin and Hobbes collectibles. I'm very new to this
No, they
world.
don't, and that's the thing.
That's-
That's one of the most marketable like toys from a comic book ever.
I would
and
love that.
Yeah, Bill Watterson never
Won't
ever
license
signed away
it.
the licensing rights to his.
Well, he said
to
something
Somebody
about it,
make
like it
one.
ruins the meaning of it.
And finally, we played Bomberman on this week's head-to-head foreplay. Steven, did you do well?
No, I did not do well.
That's okay. You didn't get fourth.
I didn't get fourth, and that's the most important part.
Increments. You're going up.
We'll see what happens. We don't know. None of us know the outcomes of that.
Classic Asi says, I was watching this and my roommate honestly thought I was watching kiddie porn. I told him it was just SourceFed's head-to-head and he said, I just hear a bunch of high-pitched screaming. I love you guys. I'm glad you're not kiddie porn. If your roommate even suspects, what the fuck are you doing wrong in your life that your roommate's like, yeah, he'd probably watch kiddie porn.
Also, it was a really tough decision to not actually be involved in kiddie porn here at SourceFed.
We are on a list. We are on a list for just saying
on the
that.
table. He really hates these beanbags. Have you ever seen a turtle try and stand up?
I got you.
Hi, Meg.
Hi.
Hey, guess what? Actual Monster Channel says, I always root for Phil in these. I don't know why. He just wants it the most. And I'm like, yeah, Phil, you got this, bro.
Yep.
Will E says, even though I know I stand a better chance at winning Miss America pageant than Trisha winning this series, I'm still cheering for her. We don't know. Maybe Will has a really good shot at that. Probably not. What Trisha's won some of these head-to-heads before, right?
She's won a head-to-head or two at her time.
She can hold her own. She's better at the old school games.
No spoilers for next week.
No.
Still waiting on that crown, aren't you, though?
Alistair Grundy says, Trisha must save up all of her swear words in her life just to shout, fuck, constantly in head-to-head.
She does. She says that's what she does. I like Mr. Jelly Bear says, you tell me to check out your pants, and I don't even get to fucking see them? What kind of shit is this?
Who did a thing to check out their pants?
You did. When we were at the end, I said, you were like, check out these channels, and you were pointing down, and I said, check out Steve's pants.
Oh.
Well, now call back. Hey, let's
check
give the
out those
people what
pants.
they want.
Give them what they want.
Show
check
those
out
pants.
these pants.
Yeah, no, flip back over. Show them the
the
goods.
rep. Show them your taint.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's gonna
he's
take him a
really
while.
trying though.
You know what? Let's just give out the T-shirt while we're waiting for Steve
Yeah,
to
you'll
turn
figure it
around.
out. Keep trying.
This week's T-shirt's gonna go to Willie, who said even though he has a better chance of winning Miss America than Trisha does at winning the series, I'm still cheering for her.
We're rooting for you to win Miss America as well. Steve's almost got this.
This is what you're gonna take home. It's a wonderful shirt from the drawing board.
Steve's doing his best Patrick Star impression.
Amazing. We're going to sign it and send it to you, so check your YouTube inbox because we'll be contacting you about sizes and all that fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for checking out Nerd Commentary. We've got new movie thing show. Steve and I are going to see Pompeii, and then also Movie Club this weekend and Bloops.
All the best, all the time, all of the Zaragoza. All right, you guys. We'll see you next week.
I'm Meg Turney.
I'm Ross Everett.
Fuck that beanbag! I'm Steve Zaragoza.
Show them that tape, Steve.